It would be terrible to have the perfect answer. Vile Feast, don't change. Vile Feast is like a perfect balance of a card for me where I think it's like really good, but not at all overpowered. I don't think they have anything else that kills it that could do that. So they did have double Teemo. We have another answer for Teemo as well. It's not a permanent answer though.
Extra hands never hurt.
So we will go ahead and freeze that Teemo again. Yeah, you might as well use Brittle Steel. Break. Oh, I just feel bad. We just have an anti-Teemo deck, man. I really gotta start playing ranked more. I played, well actually I probably don't play as much as a lot of people even watching this do, but I really just need to play ranked more because my rank is pretty darn low right now. Glimpse from Beyond is really good. What are they playing? They're playing Zed, so they're playing aggressive. Glimpse from Beyond is good, but we're gonna want to trade for their thing, so I actually don't even think it's what we want. Oh my god, that's what we want. 9 mana, 4 mana, 4 mana. We will take 1 damage, thank you. Thank you. You got it. I gotta switch this back to the Poro, I keep forgetting. Man, these turns. Dun 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 dun. Alright. They do have they do have Deny in this deck, so it's gonna be hard to find a spot to play Ruination, but we're gonna do our best. We will spend all 3 of our mana! And I'll gladly block the Omen Hawk.
They picked the wrong row.
They are dealing some fucking damage, bro. You really care about your Omen Hawk that much, huh? We have all 3 Threshes. Holy shit. Well, we got the, oh, dude, we even got the Mist Call to follow up with it. Even if Ashe dies.
The dark beckons.
Unfortunately, we have to do this. It's the only thing that, we could pull something else, but this is, he gets to kill this for free without taking damage. We're probably gonna end up using this freeze. Hey, how much damage are we gonna take here? We don't need to play anything until after they attack.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
Well, now I definitely want to just play Thresh straight up.
Quietly now.
I have many faces.
Going somewhere.
We can just revive Ashe. I think we do this. How much are we taking? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we throw you here. It doesn't feel good. Nah. It's gonna bring us down to 7. That's so scary. They still have 5 cards. I don't know which is the right play here. Okay.
The time is right. Strike now.
Freeze them. Even you don't have 1 mana answers to that, you son of a bitch. You just have to see units die? You do. Okay. This is kind of annoying because we don't know what one is going to get hit, which one Ashe is going to freeze, which is super annoying. We wanted it to freeze the other one, but we just don't have a way of knowing. Unless it goes to mana cost. Then cost. Okay, so we do know. Okay, that's a 0/5. Unfortunate for us. We do have double Thresh's box though. We could resummon the Rhyme Fang, don't really want to.
Stay safe. I'll take it from here.
I think we just box it. We have a second one. What is he gonna play for 2 mana? Is he gonna play another one of these? I don't know. Alright, Thresh needs to see one more unit die, and then we get an additional Ashe attacking. We'll save the mana. We do have Ruination up. We don't want to Ruination, but we do have it up. Jeez. Okay. Well, we're still not going to Ruination. We will do this, though. That stops their attack. Really?
Still see far and clear.
Draw a champion, okay. I would love to level up Thresh here. They can't Will of Ionia it. They can't, I don't know if they have any interaction for this. 2 mana. They could recall an ally. I don't think they could stop this, though. 3 cards. Borrowing. Nice. Good job, Thresh. First time you attack, you summon a... Right? Another champion attacking. Hell yeah. I think this is acceptable. We're going up to 8 mana next turn. I think that's good enough. Alright, so it's our attack. I mean, I think we just got him, right?
Show me a target.
Give me another Ashe, please. Might give me a Thresh. No, it's an Ashe. Okay, that's cool, too.
I will unite the Freljord.
Baby, baby. Then both Ashes level up. Do I get double Crystal Arrow somehow? No, I don't think so. I think you just get the 1 level up effect. We actually could have made it so he couldn't block at all, but this is still, he's going down the -4 right now. Oh, God, that felt so good. Thresh, man. Kicking ass. Thank you. Oh, Lucian Callista? This should be fun. I don't see these decks very much. Let's hope we don't get fucking stomped. Sorry, Thresh. We need something a little earlier. I like all this stuff. I wish I had our 2-1. Last breath, dude. Are we waiting? We are waiting. The Harrowing. The cards let me down 100% of the time I've tried to use it. But it's not because it's bad. But it's because the 2 times I've used it was against Ionia. So, of course, they denied it. But I didn't have any other good plays at the time. And the other time was against Shadow Isles, and they Ruinationed it. So... And you don't really play around Ruination that much. It depends on the deck you're playing against. I think it's less common these days. So we get to Rhymefang Wolf, Brittle Steel, both good. Miscall is way better when we have an Ashe. Really annoying. I guess this could be used defensively and offensively, so... No. We're not good at dealing with the Undying. Double Rhymefang, though. Pretty damn scary. With only 1 Brittle Steel, though, we can't do that much. Okay. I don't mind putting them both at 1. Is there any different? Okay, so we have to kill our own. Because even if we freeze that, we still don't want that to die. Well, that's pretty decent. I don't know how good it is here, though. Double Undying, that's so tough to deal with. The worst part of the Undying is that some games you don't draw. And if I'm playing like hyper aggro, you just kind of lose. No, we don't do this. Thresh into Chronicler of Ruin. Maybe purposely kill their guys.
We shall pierce their treasonous hearts.
There is no way that... Can they protect that?
There was
We are just gonna bring this back with 1 more HP so it can't get Vile Feasted at the very least. Playtime, boys. I guess we should do... No, I kind of like it this way. Because I don't care if they trade with this, honestly. Okay, just deal 3 damage to it. I guess we don't really care that much. Might as well keep Thresh at full HP. The question is, do we miss call to bring it back?
Death only makes us stronger.
Thresh is currently at 4 out of 6. I think we do just bring back the Rhyme Fang. No, I just don't think that's powerful enough. Ashe is a more powerful target for sure. That's 3, 4, 5. It's not that bad. Can even block here. I know we get his guy stronger, but it heals us 2 this turn. And either they hit us not this turn, but next turn, you know, they deal 3 damage, but if I didn't block him either time, it would have done 4 damage. Plus Thresh would have lived.
All the world on one arrow.
Are they gonna Vengeance Thresh here?
Lady Elise, where are you?
Back with it.
Hey, Thresh, thank you.
They must all pay the price.
Okay, so they're going to attack. They're gonna have to deal with 2 Ashe attacks. That means Ashe is gonna freeze 2 things. So yeah, they're speeding up my process. Ashe is gonna freeze 2 things. They're going to 3. Then Brittle Frost will increase it again. I don't know if I've had an ally champion die yet. We don't really have a reason to Brittle Frost anything in response. These 2 are going to get frozen already. Unless he could pull out a Thresh. But I think he has to pull out a different champion.
Faster than my arrow? I think not.
You can only block 1 of it. You're at -3 right now. She's 1 from leveling up. Sorry, 2 from leveling up, even if I use this. So I didn't really see, like, huge point. That ain't no thing for me. That's a play ability, right? It's not a summon ability. Yeah.
We weren't expecting callers.
I don't think I've lost a champion yet. I think these are my 2 living Ashes, and Thresh hasn't died yet. I played Rhyme Fang earlier. Man, do I want to waste this much mana? Yeah. All my cards are too good right now to use without getting value out of them. That's insane. Not a 3/2. Takes damage for you, right? Yeah. We will boink it. Boink it.
Avarosa, guide me!
Let's go.
These are our lands!
You create the 4/4.
Lead the target. No backing down!
Might as well block this. Doesn't make a difference, right? What am I doing not blocking that? That would be dumb. So this takes 6. This Ashe is fine. I actually did really want an Ashe to die, though. So I could double cast Miscall to revive 2 Ashes at 4. Because that's just meme. I see the dream. I see the meme dream and I say, ooh, me. That's what you're going for. And how much damage are you doing? It heals us for 3. It still dies at the end of the turn, so it's not a huge deal. And not having Ashes die is actually really bad, but I don't think it matters. I don't think they can do anything here at this point. As long as we attack and don't give them time. Might as well block here. I guess we shouldn't have blocked that, right? We could have just... I just misplays around, but I felt like I was so far ahead in that last turn that I didn't even really pay attention. But you know what? That's my fault. You guys deserve better. I'm gonna play better. It's just really late at night and I gotta work in the morning. I'm digesting still. The camera adds 5 pounds. I think me wearing a black sweater and having the whitest skin in the world is causing this to my camera to freak out. I always complain about my camera. I gotta stop. All right, what are we playing against? We're playing against Karma Lux. So it is kind of late game. I actually think we do want to pull the harrowing. The harrowing. Try to sneak it in. I know it seems crazy to keep it, but they have a better late game than we do. And so we might just be able to win in 1 turn sometimes. Which is my current plan. I would like to get in for 2 damage if you'll let me.
For the homestead.
Doink him. Doink him! You know, I keep saying I gotta get rid of this minion. I really do love him. I just wish he looked at me less. You know, but what parent
Magic.
doesn't think that sometimes? Enemy gets +1/+1 in Challenger. Yeah, we'll just play this. This is fine. I don't think it really matters what we play here. Are they playing standalone? Probably not. Honestly, I don't feel bad about this. This feels like a decent play.
All magic is dangerous. So too are mages.
Are you a mage too? Or are you just defending yourself? I can't really tell. You might just be blocking against it.
With me.
I don't really care about this dying, but I might just keep it alive anyway. Oh! Alright, well, we're doing pretty good so far. I don't feel like they're playing the deck incredibly well, but they might be building up for something big. But now that they have... Normally you play the 6 mana spell on 3 and then start playing these guys. What do they have at instant speed that's this expensive? Back to back. Okay.
You can't outrun justice. If it's a fight they want.
Well, let's put this guy in here. This does more damage. We're gonna freeze them both anyway, right?
My life for Avarosa.
Block! 3 damage. It does 0 damage, effectively. So I guess there was no point doing the 3-1 over the 2-1 in case they had a buff spell. If I had 1 more mana, I'd be able to play the Rime Fang and Harsh Wind, but we'll just play the Skitterer here. We still kind of want our stuff to die and their stuff to die as well. We could have also Brittle Steeled this.
You look guilty.
What do you got? Another back-to-back. Oh. Wow. I was not expecting a judgment. That is on me. All right, well, we lost all of our stuff. I know I said I wanted my stuff to die, but not in that way. I guess we just bring something back. The block, right? Okay. Use the block, draw 3 cards potentially. Harrowing next turn.
Stand in judgment. You have no alibi.
We could just do this instead. We don't really need to draw cards, right? Is this even good though? How much mana does this leave me with? 3. I can't quite play Ashe. I do want to play Ashe. Maybe I do want to do this. I can't kill this anyway with what I have. So we'll see if they want to dedicate a card to preventing this. That doesn't... Okay. Spending 2 mana to prevent 1 card? Interesting. Do I want to spend this mana? No, not really.
All the world.
I won't be able to play the Harrowing, but I will be able to play Harsh Winds. Being able to put down both of these in 1 turn is pretty nuts, I won't lie. This guy's only at 3 HP, so we can actually just,
As the arrow flies.
This will level up Ashe immediately, and then this guy can't block.
I'll
Unless
lead
they
us to victory.
back to back, and then we can actually counter back to back with our Harsh Winds. This guy, I feel like he's just like, I feel like I draw 40 of him in every matchup. It's a great card that I feel like is surprisingly not that good a lot of the time, just because it does not block. It not hitting blocking fearsomes can be so annoying. But also, you know, it gets picked off.
Speaks through me.
That's not that bad, honestly. Let's go ahead and play our dude. We definitely want this guy to die, though, so we're gonna throw him in front of anything we can.
Dark beckons.
Because we want to Harrowing. We want all of our stuff to die, actually. But they're probably playing Will of Ionia, so we got to be careful. Not Will of Ionia, you know, Deny. They're definitely playing Deny, right? But hopefully we can get a Deny out of them with this.
Let the light guide you.
Still draws me a card, and maybe it tricks a Deny out of their hand. I assume they just let it resolve, but it also means they don't get to attack with anything this turn. No, I don't care if Ashe dies.
Let's fly.
I think we're gonna lose to Deny here. I mean, we just do lose to Deny a lot of the time, I think. Ruination, though. Okay. That's really good. So if we Ruination here, and they deny that, they may not have a Deny for the Harrowing. They don't have a Deny at all. So we try to win with a Harrowing here, I think. If this card's Deny, let's hand track him right now. Right here, that card. Is that Deny? We're watching you. All right, no. All right, all right, all right. Check, check, check. Sounds good to me. Rhymefang good, Ruination bad against Ionia in general, but particularly versus what seems like a burn deck. We probably don't really want that either. This can kill Teemo. This could block everything else. It's not elusive. That can kill Teemo, especially since we're not. Oh, let's go. Oh no, what are they gonna do? Oh no. It would be terrible to have the perfect answer. Vile Feast, don't change. Vile Feast is like a perfect balance of a card for me, where I think it's like really good, but not at all overpowered. How many Teemos do you got? Because I've got 2 more answers. Question is, do we try to kill that? I think we're playing this regardless. We could freeze that. We'd probably freeze that and save this for a Teemo.
For the homestead.
Okay, we might still freeze that and block it.
2, 3, 4.
What do they have? It's Twin Disciplines is 3 mana. I don't think they have anything else that kills it that could do that. So they did have double Teemo. We have another answer for Teemo as well. It's not a permanent answer though. Too cute to go. Whoa, whoa. I hope they don't surrender too soon. I wanna actually get this video.
Extra hands never hurt.
A chill in the air.
Let's go and freeze that Teemo. All right, well, they got it.
Stay back.
Do I need to draw a card right now? No, we will go ahead and freeze that Teemo again. I kind of want to use this Chronicler of Ruin. Dude, if they want to use all their cards, do you know what they're getting out of this? They're getting 5 mushrooms. Like, I know I was trying to prevent the mushrooms, and I was considering not because I felt like I was investing too much into it. We don't want to really use the Chronicler of Ruin here. We'd rather just use Thresh, because Thresh could just straight up kill this Teemo.
I'll tell you when you're taller.
Holy shit. What do they have that protects Teemo here? Shadow. Okay, that's cool. Teemo asked, what happens when we die? That is creepy. I dig it though. Yeah, you might as well use Brittle Steel. I just feel bad. We just have an anti-Teemo deck, man. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's too good. It's just everything he tried to do with that Teemo, we shat on it. I'm sorry, that was not a fun game for our opponent. I apologize, but you know what? I hope you have a good rest of your day anyway. Hey there everybody, welcome back with the Plat. Purplatypus is the name. More Runeterra is the game as you suspected, based off the thumbnail and the fact that you've already watched the whole video. Why do I do my intro when I do it as an outro now? Because it's habit. So, what are we doing today? Today's deck is basically, you can read it up here. The 1 is just so I could easily find it in my deck list. Ashe Revival. Basically, that's an unsexy name, but it's very literal. This deck is very focused around reviving your own Ashe again and again and again and again and again, and just getting insane value out of it, because Ashe wins games. She is kind of easily removed, but in this deck, we don't really care. We're running 3 Ashes, and of course Rhymefang, which is my favorite card in the game as of this moment. No joke. So because they're just so good together as well. We're running 3 Ashes, we're running 2 Mist Calls, which is a card that doesn't always hit Ashe, but a lot of times they'll target your Ashe. This revives a random ally that died this round. Very frequently you could get whatever specific ally you want. Plus 3 mana spells are really good because you could pair this on turn 3 even, like, even it's not ideal, but if you do have, like, because it's 3 mana, if you miss your 1 and 2 and you play something like a Frenzied Skitterer or a Rhymefang on 3, use it to block, you can get a Mist Call to kind of have a second copy. So you could play 6 mana worth of minions on 1 turn. So it kind of lets you cheat that out, but normally it's there to bring back the Ashe. We've got Chronicler of Ruin. Doesn't really bring Ashe back. Sometimes it heals her, but usually it'll get her in the death pool, or, you know, it also is really, really good with the Sentry. It's really good with the Frenzied Skitterer. It's really good with the Rekindler though. Chronicler of Ruin and the Rekindler, when I'm summoned, revive the strongest dead ally champion. Obviously, if you kill the Rekindler and revive it again with the Chronicler, it becomes summoned, and then you get another Ashe. So if you play the Rekindler and then you Chronicler of Ruin, the Rekindler, it's just getting another one out of the graveyard. So you get 2 Ashes, and you get your Rekindler back, and then you have a Chronicler of Ruin, which is great. So it's basically what the deck is. We kind of control the early game with a little bit of, you know, cheeky stuff. We got a decent early game blocker, not amazing, doesn't block the Fearsome, but it's not too bad. And it draws you a card when it trades. Iceveil Archer, fantastic blocker, especially when you're going into the turn, I guess turn 2, turn 3, doesn't really matter, but if they play a card that they want to attack with, you just drop this, boom. They can't attack this turn, and then you get a blocker on top of it. So sometimes it's kind of blocks twice, and it, you know, it kills something usually when it trades. It sometimes gets Vile Feasted, but at the same time, you still have a play effect, so you're always getting value out of it for the most part. Frenzied Skitterer, not necessarily synergistic with this deck, but it's a really good defensive card. This card is so powerful offensively and defensively, but we're playing it mostly for the defense. Sometimes it'll help us get in for some damage, but with the Fearsome and the fact that it makes things weaker, you know, it self-synergizes in that way. 3 mana, 3/3 is good stats, and giving all your enemies -1/-0 this round can make a huge difference, especially when you're trying to do things like, sometimes it can actually put weaker things just into Rhymefang Wolf's thing without having to use another card, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so we got the early game control. As you can see, as we get into the mid game, we start playing Ashes. They start dying. We start reviving Ashes. We start, you know, Ashes getting leveled up pretty quick for the most part. And then Thresh is in here. Obviously, Thresh doesn't... He likes seeing people die. We have a lot of things in our deck that die, and we're going to be killing the opponent's things. And then I'm sure you've seen Thresh leveled up thing. It doesn't happen that much, but after Thresh has seen 6 units die, the first time he attacks this game, summon another attacking champion from your deck. So far, I've never had him pull another Thresh. So it does say another. I don't know if you... Let's say if you've used all your Ashes, if it would pull a Thresh. I don't think so. I think it can only pull the Ashes out of your deck based off the wording of it. But what I will say is this pulling an Ashe out of your deck is absolutely nuts. It's not quite reviving an Axe, but it does get one into play for free, and then when they die, it's easy to start reviving them. We're playing, obviously, Rekindler. Harsh Winds is ridiculous with Ashe. It just Harsh Winds is so good in so many matchups. It's especially good when you have Rhymefang, but it's also good just with the Skitterer, Iceveil Archer. These things do a lot of damage. 3 attack is quite a bit in this game, at least in my opinion. And Harsh Winds helps you trade while keeping your things alive pretty easily. Ruination as a 2-of is, this card is really good, even though it's kind of bad against Ionia. Usually they could sense it a mile away. But if you manage to get them below that 4 mana threshold, and you could drop a Ruination, then it could just win you the games. Ruination can just win games. It's that powerful. But 9 mana slow spells get denied a lot of the time. However, this card on turn 9 without using spell mana, or if I think you're on 8 with 3 spell mana, you use this, and then yeah, then you would probably, then I think you'd have enough spell mana, right? Going into turn 9 with some spell mana left over. Yeah. But I'm just, sorry, I'm rambling. Point is, this is great bait for deny, because people deny this frequently when they, you know, if they're playing Ionia, of course. So when they bait this, if you have the Harrowing in your hand, like you just throw Ruination down, you don't even really care that much if it resolves, if it's not vital, but it still would be really good for you if it does resolve. You can just throw it down, and if they deny it, then you know, you end the turn, you pass. Then you just play the Harrowing, and sometimes they'll have both denies, it's true, but there's only 3 in the deck, and in a lot of decks, they're only running 1 of, in like some of the top tier Demacia decks, so that's, a lot of times you don't have to get around that many, so being able to bait out their deny with the Ruination, and then come in with the Harrowing, and then just summon, you know, like 5 Ashes or something, and you attack for lethal, this card is so powerful. If you have the mindset of other card games, this card doesn't sound good. You see a 10 mana slow spell, like in Magic the Gathering, that summons you. Like, it seems like a bad Magic card. It seems like a questionable, I think, Hearthstone card. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to tell. Because then Hearthstone, they wouldn't have haste, right? In Hearthstone, they'd probably all have summoning sickness. But in this game, they essentially, if it's your attacking phase, they essentially have haste because there is no summoning sickness in this game. And you get the 6 strongest units. And 10 mana slow is easy to get interrupted in a lot of ways, but it doesn't target a minion, so it's really just deny. And when this resolves, and they don't have like their own Ruination, this just wins the game on the spot a lot of the time, especially when you get multiple Ashes, because Ashe, when leveled up, means so things with 0 power can't block, and whenever one of those Ashes attacks, it makes something they have 0 power. So it's very easy to get a full board, make it unblockable, and then just go in for super lethal. And even then, you usually don't have to deal that much extra damage. Usually you've done pretty good work by this point. I will say though, the time the Harrowing's really funny, Harrowing, I don't know. The time this card's really funny is when I cast it like on 10, and you just see like the hands like rah, rah, and then your whole board's full of minions, and then they counter with Ruination, and the hands come back out and go rah, rah, rah. It's because it's like they're basically like the same animation, just different directions. This is like it coming out of the board into the world, like it's coming out of the graveyard, the invisible graveyard, and this is pulling everything into the graveyard. And I just kind of like that it's it feels thematic when you do it. These cards are very, very similar in flavor and what they do, and I just enjoy that. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. I don't really have anything else to say about the deck. I hope you guys liked the games. If you're interested in more decks, I recommend you just click on, I guess, something at the end of this video. There'll probably be a playlist or something, but also you can subscribe to the channel. I'm currently thinking about changing up the way I do it, where I do 2 Runeterra videos a week instead of 3, and then I'm going to do Let's Plays on 3 days of the week. We'll see exactly how we do. I'm going to try to do 5 videos a week as of right now, because there's a couple games I really want to play and I'm excited to play. And I'm not running out of Runeterra deck ideas, but 3 decks a week is more of a thing like when the game was brand new and when expansions come out. And so I'm just going to cut it down to slightly less per week, and do some other games that I think you guys might find fun that aren't card game related. Well, not necessarily, I guess. We'll see. Anyway, that's all I got to say. The Purplatypus is Purplatypus. See you next time.